There's something I notice about successful traders and that they all do this one thing. And just looking at what I've been doing, clearly I have not been doing that. So going forward, I'm going to start implementing this one thing to hopefully get better results. If you're new to my channel, my name is VJ. I'm on the path to becoming a consistently profitable day trader. And in these videos, I share my thought processes, my wins and losses to ultimately help you become a better trader. If you want to join me on this journey and learn from my mistakes, hit that like button, smash the subscribe, and let's jump into the charts. So the one thing that all these successful traders do that I am not doing is something known as a pre-market analysis. Usually what I do is I jump on the charts and I'm like, oh, this trade looks good, so I take it, and I did zero analysis, zero research, and it's almost like a 50-50 shot in the dark. Going through my trades, I'm realizing, yeah, VJ, you actually have no idea what the higher time frame bias is. You don't really know what you're doing. You're just kind of shooting and hoping for the best. That's what I'm trying to avoid now. So let's go through the pre-market analysis to figure out where the market is likely to go today. On the weekly, you could see price actually came right to the CE here, and it did start going up, and so we are not really sure where the market wants to go next. So let's zoom into daily. And this is a Friday, so the weekly is pretty important because based on the bias, we may or may not have a bearish day if we think it wants to take out these lows. But the fact it rejected from the CE means that it may not necessarily. On the daily, there's still a bunch of sell side liquidity right here. There's also a gap up here. And so just by looking at this, the price could go either way. And because of that, I'm not sure. So we want to go deeper in. 4 hour price takes out this liquidity and actually comes right into this order block. And it's showing some bearish price action, as in it's hitting this and it is showing some willingness to go lower. So far my bias is potentially bearish. Price came into this fair value gap and now it is going lower. So the next drawn liquidity may be this order block, or if we're extremely bearish, it could continue going down here or even take out the sell side. So right now my bias is bearish. Absolutely wild. So price is just tanking. It came into the 4 hour fair value gap. It disrespected this inverse fair value gap, came right through into this 1 hour fair value gap. I am thinking it is a little bullish right now. Price in the 1 hour took out the sell side liquidity, came into this fair value gap and started showing rejection away from it. I'm looking to enter in long right here. It's gonna be a tight stop here. May get stopped immediately. Wow, it's moving real quick. Really low quality trade, honestly. So I was right on the bias, I think. Terrible with the entry. I'll take the loss, it's fine. Okay, so what am I learning from this? Just because I think I know the bias doesn't mean I should actually be trading. It's looking bullish. I just need to find a good entry pattern, find a sweep of liquidity, go ahead, enter market really quick. Last trade, I think if I stop out, I'm out because it's just being reckless right now. Basically, I used a market order to enter, and honestly, it's possible that price may come and take out this wick. It's just really bad trading. Stopped out, hit my max loss. Too simple, and I am done. That was, I don't know what I'm doing, but wow, reckless trading. I guess I'm trading a new product too. Usually I trade ES, but with NQ, it's getting me good. So I am gonna be done trading. I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, what did I do wrong? First of all, a lot. I've not been patient. I'm just literally just clicking buttons and trading and getting stopped out. I guess I'm just extremely trigger happy, right? I figured out the bias is bullish. Because of that, I did not want to miss the move. And again, because of that, I am jumping into really bad trades that are not my setup. So having the bias is one thing, but something that is also important is the execution and the entry. And here I did not do that properly. That's something I need to pay attention to for next time. I guess it was FOMO that made me trade like this, and because of that, I already hit my max daily loss. Well, look at that. My bias was correct. My entry was absolute shit due to FOMO and basically missed the move. Wanted to exit right up here and would have been good, but I used a market order, which I shouldn't have, and just was not following my plans. This was something to pay attention to for next time. I made a ton of mistakes today, specifically with my execution. I also went over my maximum daily loss because I switched products and clearly did not calculate anything properly. I blew a evaluation account and then I started trading on paper trading using TradingView. That way I could still get some action in the markets and learn from my mistakes and still get better at trading without actually the risk of blowing up my Apex Trader funding account. Now let's jump into TradingView's paper trading platform. We are long. I'm gonna target these highs. It's interesting, yeah. I never really traded NQ, but for some reason I'm like, oh, let me just do it in my Apex Trader funding account just because, and I don't have any measurement of the risk aspect of it and how quickly this product moves, and because of that I've been just getting destroyed, right? Like this one trade would have brought me to my maximum daily loss. I do feel like I'm on the right side of the marketplace here. I waited for a sweep of liquidity, but also on the 5-minute price did come into this fair value gap. So this is what I should have waited for. And then you just kind of wait for it to come take out the highs. Or ICT says to always take profits at the CE. So I think I may try it right here. So there's a fair value gap. Yeah, I'll try to exit up here. That is almost a 2-hour trade, so that's a good sign. Just for fun, I want to see if I could ladder into a position here. Nothing I really have too much experience with, but in this order block, let's see if I get filled. Perfect. Look at that. Great job, VJ. I know this was just in a demo paper trading account, but I don't know, feels good to have a win like this, right? It's looking at higher time frame biases and predicting where the market's going to go, and then entering in after a sweep of liquidity. And that's exactly what happened here. There was a sweep. I entered in on a fair value gap, put a stop here, and it was a 2-hour target. So I think this was good, and I just need to do more of these. I'm in, and I want to target 2R again. And I entered this trade because first of all, we're in paper trading, so I don't think that's a good reason. But if we are bullish, I wanted to respect this order block and just shoot up. So again, it's like, how bullish are we? And looking at this in hindsight, not really sure I followed my plan because I needed to wait for a sweep of liquidity and there wasn't. I just kind of entered off this order block thinking I'm bullish. But with a 2R trade, I think that's fine. Even if I'm 50-50, we're decent. Yeah, literally all the higher time frames are looking bullish, so that is a good sign. It hit it, but missed it by 1 tick. Let's go. Perfect. There we go. Dude, Vijay, just do more of these. That's it. It's beautiful when you're able to look at the higher time frame bias and almost be fearless when you're trading. But for some reason, I got way too excited with trading on the evaluation accounts, but it's all good. It is what it is. I mean, if I blow it, I blow it. But my sense of confidence is going up just because of my pre-market analysis. I think that is a game changer. And again, that's why I'm documenting this journey. So I can look back and realize that, hey, there are certain things that help your trading significantly more. So great job. Okay, I got distracted. I entered into this trade and probably not the best quality trade, but still bullish bias. Price came right to the CE of this wick, shot a little bit past it, but I think my drawn liquidity is up here for the daily. So just gonna keep entering longs until proved otherwise. All right, entered in 2 contracts, maybe not the best, but I did. Into this fair value gap. Now let's see if it wants to go higher, and then I want to take exits almost at the top right up here, which is perfect. Just for fun, add another one. Yeah, I'm actually going to close out of this because even though I am bullish, I need to wait for a sweep of liquidity before I could enter in. All right, I let FOMO get me and decided to buy on market. And let's target this higher. Yeah, this is actually just trash trading. I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm gonna get stopped and just accept it. There we go. Okay, so what I learned from this are then don't do market orders, don't trade these really trash setups. Is after I made my first 2 trades, I should have just been done, but I decided to keep pushing it. What I'm learning is, hey, use a higher time frame bias, figure out which direction market wants to go. If I don't know, I don't trade, and that is something I absolutely need to follow to a T. And once I have that, I could use any entry model to get in and capture part of the move with the 2R multiple. What I'm learning from this is I need to really understand my stop loss placement. All I need to do is not trade out of fear, but more so like, hey, if it gets hit, just means I'm wrong. If I get my stop right here, that would have been perfect. Let's get filled on this fair value gap. We could have actually gotten filled right here on this. Entering another contract. Good. Now this is where we got stopped out. Just watch. Yep, long 3 contracts because I'm just kind of crazy right now and gonna get stopped. Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of sell side liquidity right here, so will likely take me out before it goes higher. Reckless trading 101. I think that's the thing. When I'm on paper trading in TradingView, I just almost like don't care, and I just put on way too much size, way too much risk, and it's not real trading. And I think that's why I do better with Apex Trader funding, because there's actually something at stake there. Perfect. Just watching price do its thing. Now let's see if we're able to get out here. Okay, this normal price is coming right into this order block. Now I want to see whether it goes below the mean threshold, so I'm actually gonna move my stop to break even. And if I get stopped, it is what it is, but we're right here at mean threshold. Yeah, I can honestly see this just wicking through and taking me out before it goes higher, but it is what it is. Got stopped, but what, lost 16 bucks? Not even mad when you make 250, so this is pretty cool. We are tagged in. Low quality trade. Yeah, there was this fair value gap we could have entered in on to go lower, but It's possible we got wicked out, and let's accept the loss. There we go. We are in. I want to see if we get filled on this order block too. A takeaway, so close. Yeah, actually, we would have gotten filled on this gap on the 32nd, but unfortunately we did not. It's okay. I'll cancel the order. I'm thinking about my target placement. This does seem like a logical area for a price to go, but I want to see if there's any resistance. There's this order block right here, so yeah, this is a 1-hour trade, unfortunately, but I guess I could do that. These relative equal highs seem like a solid exit for me, but just want to lock in some profit. Wish we had gotten filled right here, missed it by a tick, then I could have done partials. Yeah, it's incredible how the 1 hour came right into this fair value gap, starting going higher, so the bias is bullish. I really want to move my target right here, but I'm not going to. Perfect, we profited. Love it. Okay, so I entered using a market order. Diamond price came to this fair value gap. Probably not a highest quality trade, but I did anyways. And I need to target this right here. So I mean, terrible risk reward. And I guess with TradingView, I'm just being extremely reckless right now, but we'll see how this goes. And that would be the CE of this wick as the draw on liquidity. Just because I know where the draw on liquidity is or have a good guess doesn't mean I should just be entering into random trades like this. I need to follow my plan and respect it almost, right? So definitely I'm trading without respect right now, and it's gonna come and bite me. Like, look at this terrible R multiple using market orders and almost using hope that it will come to the CE before the 5 minute comes into this fair value gap and stops me out. So just really bad trading. I guess because of that, I'll just take my loss, close out, because I should not be trading like that. So even if it goes up there, I should not be getting rewarded for that. That's just building really bad trading habits. So far, here are my trades for today. 4 winners and 5 losers. So less than a 50% hit rate, but each one of my winners are larger than my losses, which is a good sign. So this is in hindsight, but I gotta just share this with you guys. Right here on the 1 hour, price does come into this fair value gap and it showed immediate rejection. And if we zoom into the 30-second chart, what you'll see here is our entry pattern. Sweeps liquidity, breaks above the swing high, price comes literally perfectly into this gap. And if we put a stop here, and if we targeted the next draw on liquidity, which comes to the CE of this wick. Absolutely incredible, great R multiples, and I think learning about multi-time frame analysis and using it more effectively can actually help me become a better trader, because even though I messed up a ton this morning in the Apex Trader funding accounts, in my paper trading on TradingView, it's actually been pretty profitable. So I mean, it's up over $1,000 even with all these little losses here. So I think this is incredible. I feel like I'm onto something new. And when I say new, I'm not talking about like actually new, but new for me to evolve my trading to the next level. I think today was a success in that aspect, even though, yeah, I hit my max loss. Actually, I went significantly above my max loss by over 50%. I think learning the bias helped me because I was able to say, hey, this is where I think the market wants to go. What I need to work on for next time is to be patient and waiting for my entry. So knowing the direction is one thing, but something that's also equally important is to being able to execute on your trading plan to basically capitalize on the direction of the market. If you want to see more videos like this, check out this video.